Hi guys, I'm Tina Lanzoni. I'm a yoga therapist, yoga teacher, and spin instructor at Evolutions in Annapolis, Maryland. I'd like to welcome you to Evolve Connect 2021 Challenge. My word for this challenge is connection. I feel like the most difficult part of this pandemic is how do we feel connected when we have to stay apart. It's a pretty tough thing to do. We are social creatures. And I believe and feel in my heart Evolutions has been a lifeline for all of us. Through Zoom and outdoor classes, we have been able to form and keep this sense of community and connection to each other. However, what happens the other 15 hours a day when we're not there doing things together? How do we feel a sense of connection when we can't physically be together? When I think of the word connection, I think of being part of something larger. When I think of the opposite word, when I think of disconnection, I think solo, isolation, loneliness, hence not having connection. So at Evolutions, we take care of not only the body, but it's really important to all of us to also nourish ways and teach ways that help support the mind and the spirit as well. So today, what I'd like to share with you is a meditation practice. And this is a practice that helps you stay connected to yourself. And you may say, well, why do I really need to do that? I'm with myself all the time. I'm very, very connected to myself. And there's some truth in that. But there's also a great quote that I think of often from Joyce, and that is, Mr. Duffy lived a short distance from his body. Most of the time, and dare I say, especially now, we are really, really disconnected to the body. We are caught up in our head, in our thoughts, most of the time not even aware that we're thinking. And we're not paying attention to this intelligence that is our body. And in paying attention to what's happening in the physical body, it helps us to stay in this present moment in time, to stay connected to this moment, hence not caught up in the past or worrying about what may come in the future, but truly connected to this moment in time. And so that's what I'd like to teach you, because I feel like it would be a very, very, very helpful thing as we go into the winter to just feel this connectedness. In feeling this interconnectedness, we let go of the worry. Sure, it's going to come up. Sure, there's going to be some challenging times that we're all going to have. But if we have this sense of connection inside, this connection to our inner sense of peace, it lessens our suffering greatly. And that, my friends, is freedom. It is really, really true freedom. So what I'm going to suggest to you, maybe even beg and plead, is that you make a commitment to this practice, that you sit and you give this to yourself every day. You can just kind of fast forward about 5 minutes into this tape, and you do this every day. In doing so, you'll notice in life when you're not connected, right? When you are caught in worry. And in that moment in time, you have the gift of bringing yourself back to this moment in time. So commit to it every day, and together we will all get through this. I'll see you on the other side. So I want you to start by coming to a seated position. And if you're uncomfortable sitting on the floor as I am, you can certainly sit on a chair. I want you to start bringing your left hand into the palm of your lap and bring your right hand on top of it so both palms are facing up. Your thumbs are going to come together so that your hands kind of form an oval. And the tips of the thumbs are just going to lightly touch one another. That's going to help you to keep a connection. So you'll notice if your thumbs drift away, if you kind of drift off. Just that light touch of the tips of your thumbs will help you to stay connected. I'll have you begin by closing your eyes if that feels comfortable. And if that doesn't feel comfortable, just a light downward gaze is fine as well. As you start to come into this moment in time, I'm going to ask that you begin by coming into your body and go from thinking to feeling. So as you begin to sit, begin to feel your sitting bones. Whatever it is that you're sitting on, a cushion, on a chair, on the floor, begin by feeling your sitting bones. Trying to feel a sense of balance as you sit. So there's not a sense that you're leaning forward, nor a sense that you're leaning back, nor leaning to the right, nor to the left. Try to feel your sitting bones pressing evenly into the surface that's beneath you. I'd like you now to elongate your spine, feeling the crown of the head lengthening and actually reaching up towards the sky. As your hands rest in your lap, maybe a slight bend to your elbows to begin the process of allowing your shoulders to relax. See if there's any habitually held tension in the shoulders, and see if it's possible to soften your shoulders. As you feel your shoulders relaxing, feel your back strong and supportive of this posture. The front of your body soft, open, and receptive. And then bring a sense and a feeling of relaxation to the muscles of your face. Relaxing around the eyes. Let your jaw gently hang open a little. And just feel this sense of ease in the facial muscles, so that your posture encourages both a feeling of ease and alertness. Once the body feels situated, choose now to direct your mind to the breath. And just begin to feel the soft caress of the breath gently breathing you. In a very gentle and gradual way, begin to deepen your breath. As you breathe in, begin to feel your body gently expanding on the inhalation, and your whole being softening on the exhalation. There's this inner expansiveness as you breathe in, and maybe a feeling of letting go as you breathe out. Keep your mind on this focus now for just a few more moments. Drawing your attention now to the center of your chest, to your heart center. Try to feel that area from the inside, noticing if there's any gripping or holding or resisting. Seeing if you can just soften and allow. As you feel that area of your body, notice what the emotional tone is. Notice if any moods are present. Just meeting whatever is here. Now we'll bring the attention back to the natural breath. Allowing the breath to be the anchor to your mind. Allow your breath to be home base. And I want you to keep your attention on the feeling of the body being breathed. So notice where you feel the breath most predominantly. And keep your attention on that sensation. Feel that sensation. Discovering what the breath really feels like. Allow yourself to approach this with a relaxed attentiveness. As you receive the breath as it comes in, relaxing and softening and turning inward as the breath goes out. Noticing when you're not with the feeling of the breath, where does the mind go? Notice where your attention goes. It is perfectly natural to begin thinking. Maybe you might notice what the thought was, and then you just simply relax and come back to the feeling of the breath. Feeling this inhalation and this exhalation, and this inhalation and this exhalation. There may be other things that pull you away from this focus, like sounds or sensations. Just allow it all to be there as you continue to come back and relax with each breath. notice the mind drifting away again. Try not to get frustrated, but actually be grateful that you noticed that a thought came in, because in that moment in time, it is a gift. It brought you back to this present moment in time. Maybe noticing where the mind goes. What is it that you're thinking about? I want you to remember that thoughts are not the enemy. This is not at all about stopping the thoughts. We need to be able to think. But what we're learning is we're learning how to witness what arises. So approach your meditation with an inquisitive awareness, developing the ability to witness what arises rather than becoming entangled in the story. You might start to notice the mind just settling into its natural state. See if you can just release and actually let go of directing the mind for a few moments. Just resting as this vast awareness, open and receptive, dropping in and connecting to a deep inner sense of peace. Truly feeling how this moment in time that you are truly free. Just rest here for just another moment and receive. I'd like to end today by having you bring your hands to your heart. This is called Anjali Mudra. And I'd like you to bow your head. And in closing, you are bowing to a light that is within you. A light that is in you, is also in me, and is in all beings. It is a light that connects us and is a constant reminder that we are all one. Namaste. So I invite